with our potential mortality in our late 50s and the knowledge that life is short, we had limited good years remaining in this life journey of ours. It was clear a life change needed to happen or our time was going to run out. We'd worked hard our entire lives, raised a blended family, and raced on the hamster wheel like pros, all with the promise of more of the same until we left this earth. We took a giant leap of faith, grabbed each other by the hand, and said goodbye to our big house and lucrative income to retire to our little cottage in the woods, a shed, really. We're turning our 336 square foot, one-bedroom cottage into the tiny house of our dreams and a life worth living. I'm Christine. This is my husband, Mitch. Welcome to my tiny retirement. This is our story. Folks, we are headed to Indianapolis, Indiana, to be exact. It is Sunday, July 24th. I'm not sure when this video will be finished. It's going to be a culmination, but we are stopped at our very first pit stop. Gerard made it very clear he had to go do something. We are traveling the whole family. As you can see, Frankie's doing pretty well. We had one little car sick episode with him, but that's all right. We'll clean that up. You can see he's got his bed. He's got the bed. He's not actually in the bed, but that's all right. But we have a stop tonight, and then a stop tomorrow. And then by Tuesday, we will be in Indianapolis. And we will be there until August 1st, at which point we will go and head up to our cousin's house, the same ones that we went to Key West with. Maybe we'll get them on video again. They have a golf course up there. So everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing great. Okay. We had a bit of a scare when Frank realized he knew how to open the windows. So we've since put the child locks on. Whoa. So we have arrived at the cutest little campsite. You can see we've got, whoops, let me turn you. We got a table here. We have a fire pit. And somebody else's car parked right in our campsite. So that's gonna have to go. I just called the office, and hopefully they will come and move this vehicle out of our campsite. We are at Deer Park NYC Campground. It is a KOA campsite. And I'll tell you, on our way here, we were kind of wondering if we were actually going in the right place. This place is out there. It is out there. It's not crowded. It looks like there is local swimming and walking paths. But yeah, that really bugs us. Look how close that is. I mean, that is in our site, in our campsite. And it has got to move. That is not right.
Maybe,
Okay, so we are staring at the evening, and it looks like we have some storms rolling in. And I don't know if you can see through there. That's not actually blue sky through the green. That is this. And we are under severe storm warnings in Deer Park, New York.
I really wanna know if I
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Okay, folks. Right about here. This is editing Christine. Wait, I have to get comfortable in my chair. Okay. Deer Park, NYC Campground. We had such a lovely time there. There were children running around, completely safe, completely protected, enjoying themselves. It was quiet. It was peaceful. It was really pretty, really beautiful. We chose a spot that was away from the office, away from the pool, the playground, the store, you know, all of that, away from all the hubbub. We wanted to, you know, peace and quiet. We'd been traveling. We're not those kinds of campers. We're not partier campers. We are here to enjoy and sit, watch a fire, maybe have a glass of wine, enjoy the campsite, enjoy nature. We liked it so much that on our way back, we had the same site reserved for one night. We extended for another night. Let me show you what that experience was. All right. The campsite that we were at, that was so nice, we're staying here again. Let me give you an example of what not to do if you're a camper. We've got blaring music coming from here. The example, the epitome of what not to do. You hear that music? We shouldn't even be hearing that. No, not only do we have that, those folks down there have music blaring that we can hear. This may not be a very good... I mean, so literally, I already have a headache. And so there you have it. Here's the thing. It was bad enough if they were, you know, we thought they were seasonal campers and, you know, the kings and queens of the trailer trash. They had children running around half naked. There was a 4-year-old. A 4-year-old. Looked to be 4 years old. In nothing but a diaper. 4 years old. Splashing in a mud puddle, a deep mud puddle. We had just had a lot of rain in the road right outside our camper. Unreal. Okay, obviously I complained to the office, but that wasn't the end of it. 2 o'clock in the morning, the first night, 2 o'clock in the morning, we are awakened. Gerard, the dog that does not bark, went crazy. We had lights shining in our camper. We had noise that was waking us up. It was very obvious somebody was running around our camper. And as you can imagine, livid, I called the office at 2 a.m. And I did not hold back any punches, okay? The next morning, we see these, the only word I can describe is street urchins with naked children and, you know, I mean, big bellied slob passed out in a chair with a beer in his hand. I don't want to see that. We see them driving around the park in campground scooters. You know, the little golf carts, picking up trash. Driving around monitoring. And while all of this other hubbub was going on, they had employees delivering wood to them,
The office knew what was going on and never enforced any sort of decibel noise. You know, you're disturbing the other guests. These were employees of the campground causing all this ruckus. I am not afraid to speak my mind, as most of you well know. If you look on TripAdvisor, if you look on Good Sam Camping Club, if you look, there was another place that might have even been on their website. I made it very known how I felt. We will not be going back there. Oh, and the icing on the cake. They had been advertising as a KOA. They were not a KOA. I mean, they had KOA signs everywhere. Follow the signs to the KOA. They were not. And I can see why. I can see why. So, there's my feeling on Deer Park NYC Campground. I am not offering any opinions. You may have a very different experience than I did. I am just simply sharing what happened to me. So, I also want to say that there are new owners, and they are dumping a buttload of money into that campground. And I am quite sure they do not appreciate what their vagabond employees are doing and driving away paying customers and business, because it was the worst camping experience I have ever had. And I have been camping my entire life. I have never seen anything like these. People even had a neon sign hanging from their tarp that was open, said open. Cheap Christmas trash. That is all I have to say. So, on with the video. Alright, so we have stopped for night 2. Mitch is getting us set up, at least for temporary night. And we are... Here's our campsite.
Can you hear the birds?
If you can hear the birds, yeah. Here's our campsite. We're at the Cherokee Family... Ooh, poor car is sounding. Anyway, Cherokee Family Campground in Mogadore, Ohio. And we're at the pull-through just to make it easier on ourselves in the morning. And you can see... Pay no attention to the car. You can see a lot of other cute little campers. Sorry for the loud engine. I'm trying to let it cool down. That poor thing's been going all day long. So as you can see, the campsites are pretty private to each other. Pretty private. And then here we are again. We're waiting for the camp. All right, you guys. Cherokee Family Campground. Let me tell you, it was probably one of the most peaceful settings. Because we wanted a pull-through, they only have 4 pull-through sites. We had our choice because there weren't no other sites. We ended up by ourselves out in the field. A big field. The cicadas. Oh, and here comes everybody inside. The cicadas were so loud. It just lulled us to sleep. Talking about the Cherokee Family Campground.
Oh, yeah.
And the nicest part about this was, I mean, it was inexpensive too. It was inexpensive. It didn't have a, did it have a sewer dump? A sewer hookup? Not the one that we had, no. No, not the one that we had. Okay. But it was such a nice surprise. We were sitting there unwinding from a long day after the rotten camping experience. And it was, we watched the most amazing sunset. And then at sunset, we had this magnificent show of hot air balloons. I guess we were next to a, what were we, next to an airport or a,
No.
Some sort of a...
No. Next to nothing, out in the middle of nowhere.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And just these hot air balloons, beautiful, colorful. So I would highly recommend these folks if you're driving through. They were super nice, very relaxed, very just down to earth. Very nice. Very nice. So I don't have any literature. I'll put their contact information in the description. But very nice experience. So we stayed there, and then the next day we got up and made our push to Indianapolis. Are you tired this morning?
Life is a winding
Today's
road.
gonna be a short ride, Gerard.
No
Today's a short
telling
travel
where it
day.
goes.
Only 4.5 hours instead of
Driving through days
9.
and nights. Won't
You
stop
won't
for
even get a full
traffic
nap
light.
in, Daddy said.
And
And let's not forget,
I really wanna know
Frankie Beans looking up his window. He's doing great.
Never figure out.
Are you sharing your seat with Frankie? Huh, babies?
I think we're going to have to get Mr. Beans one of those.
Yeah, Frankie needs his own car seat, apparently.
All right, folks, you ready to roll?
Are you boys ready? Let's go. Next stop, Indianapolis.
If you have enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button and also select the notify all button to be sure not to miss a future video. Also, please like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly.